Hi everybody. In this tutorial we're going to take a look at 3 blues style licks in the tuning of open E. And this time we're going to switch up guitars. This Telecaster just came into my life here a couple of days ago and I'm kind of having somewhat of an affair with it. So we're going to switch it over to the Tele today for some fun. And then of course we'll have the jam tracks at the end of the song that you can utilize these 3 licks that we're going to learn in. So stay tuned. We're going to have some fun here today. For this tutorial we're going to look at 3 licks that you can use in any type of blues song. This particular first lick is going to be a variation of the Dust My Broom style lick, which would be this. Pretty standard blues thing. Before we go further, we are in open E, and if you've been following these lessons, you will know that we've gone through tuning in each of the original 2 lessons. We're going to forego that now. If you need to learn about open E tuning, you can just slip back quickly to one of the other 2 lessons in the slide guitar playlist. But we'll just go ahead to save time here and move straight to the lick in open E. So, as I was saying, that first lick is a Dust My Broom style lick. We're going to work on a variation of that, and the first part of the riff is going to be based lower down on the neck. We're going to use our thumb and first finger. We're going to have the slide on the 2nd and 3rd string at the 3rd fret, and we're going to alternately pluck with the thumb and the finger on the 2nd and 3rd string. So it's going to be like this. Okay, so that's the lick. So we'll break it down, we'll take it nice and slow. So the first part of the lick is simply this, just an alternate picking. Okay, I'll do it real slow. It's a timing thing. It's more difficult to play this the slower you play it. At least for me it is, I find. I have to play it a little bit faster to keep the actual timing together. So, okay, so the second part of the lick, we will take our thumb on the 4th string. The slide is still at the 3rd fret, and we're going to slide it down. Sorry. Okay, so it's going to slide from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret to open. So far the lick should sound like this. I'll do it a bit faster. Sorry. Okay. Now, when we finish the thumb lick on the 4th string, we're going to immediately hit the low string, the 6th string, with our thumb, which is the octave. So, okay, nice and slow. Okay. Then we're going to end that by plucking the 1st and 2nd string with your 1st and 2nd finger open. Now the variation is, if you don't want to use both fingers, if you can grab both strings with one finger or with your 2nd finger, whatever works best for you. There's no rules. It's whatever's comfortable for you to finish up that lick. So here's the lick up to speed. Very simple. I'll slow it down once. Then one more time. The next part of the riff goes up to the 5th fret, and in most blues situations you would call that the 4 chord for you numbers people out there. But we're going to slide up to the 5th fret. The lick's going to be this. Again, it's quite simple. Okay, that's the lick. Okay, so let's break that down now. So we're going to slide from the 4th fret up to the 5th fret on the 3rd string. Okay? And then immediately pluck with your 1st finger on the 2nd string at the 5th fret. It gives you that pleasant combination. Now, we're going to slide from there up to the 8th fret 2nd string. Now, don't forget, as we've talked about in previous lessons, the spider technique, using blocking the strings with the fingers of the strings you're not using. So we're gonna we immediately have to block that G string with the thumb and slide up to the 8th fret on the 2nd string. Okay? So really that quick 2-note combination is just for a second, just for the sound. Okay? And then we're going to take that and slide it down to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So we're actually not going to play the note sliding down, but we're going to have to get the slide down there quickly so that you can get to that note that you want. So the trick is to not play the slide. We did that in the previous lesson. This time you're just going to have to get the slide down to the 3rd fret quickly. Okay? And then we finish the lick by coming back in where we started on the 4th fret 3rd string, sliding up to the 5th fret 3rd string. And then we pluck that 2nd string with the 1st finger one more time to give that note combination, which at this point we will sustain that with some vibrato. Okay? So let's play that lick, the whole thing. Play it fast once. Do it a bit slower now. And then we sustain those notes right there. So for the 3rd riff, and this is the final riff for the tutorial before we get to the jam track, this goes way up the neck. So now we're going to be at the octave, the 12th fret, which would be the octave of the B string. Okay? Now this particular first part of the riff, we're not going to slide much. However, we're going to use the slide the same way that you would use your finger if you were to play the note without a slide. So it's going to sound like this. So it'd be, that's how you'd play it with your finger. However, for this, we're going to leave the slide on, which means you've got to be still over top of the fret each time. So I'll play you the whole lick, and then we'll break it down. That's the whole lick. So let's break it down. So nice and slow, we're going to go from the 12th fret to the 10th, to the 9th, to the 7th. And then down to the 5th. So. And this is a good exercise for your pitch and your ear testing. Because since you're not fretting, and since you're not really sliding, you're using the fret to achieve the note. You're using the slide to achieve the note. So good for your ear training. As you get better, you won't even have to look at the fretboard anymore. Okay? And then the final part of the lick is just a little bit different. We're going to slide in from the 6th to the 7th fret on the 3rd string. And then we're actually not going to play the 2nd string. We're going to play the 1st string. So it's going to, the tones will be like this. Okay, just a little bit different. However, when you slide into the note, you will still pick up the tone of the 2nd string, but you don't have to play it. It should just be there, and it will add a little bit of flavor to the actual 2 dominant notes that you want. So here it is. Because the note is still ringing here from the 2nd string from when we first hit it. So, see? So if you don't kill that note, sorry, it should still be there for you, but you don't have to play it again. So it'll be, and it gives you that beautiful 3-note combination. So let's play it fast one time. And then we'll play it slow one time. So stay tuned for the jam track. It's coming right up. The jam track's gonna go somewhat of a 12-bar blues style, but not quite. But I will lay out the riffs for you on the screen as I do it. In this lesson, I'm also going to include just the audio track after the jam track I play along with, so that you can play along with that audio track. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and I hope I've been able to help you a little further along with any slide guitar questions that you have. As these tutorials go, we're going to get more and more in depth. The last 3 have been fairly simple, really to get things started. We're going to dig in deeper as we go. So if you are enjoying these tutorials, first of all, thanks for tuning in on them. And second, if you are enjoying them, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Dan Walsh. It's a pledge-based thing. If you like what's going on, you can pledge at any amount you like. In the meantime, stay tuned. We've got lots more to come, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. Take care.